Hi. Whew. Welcome to the Traveling Knitter channel. My head's cut off. Is that better? I don't know if it is. It'll just have to be better. Welcome to the Traveling Knitter channel. My name is Steph, and I am the host of this podcast where we talk about crafting, knitting, reading, cross stitch, sewing-ish. I would like to get better there. I don't want to repeat what my last episode was like, but I'm still in the same spot. It is Sunday, June 22nd. I don't want to get political right off the bat, but last night the United States bombed Iran, so who knows if we're about to start another war. Yay us. I had a headache, and so Friday I went to bed at 8 o'clock and I woke up at 11 the next day. So still the same thing, still dealing with the same thing, but I've moved. This is a new location. This is actually my dining room. I'm still in an apartment, but this might be my favorite apartment that I've lived in, floor plan wise. It is the biggest. It's also the most expensive apartment, and hopefully will be the most expensive apartment that I ever live in. It is, I fed my cats and I didn't break up the pate, and I'm just seeing that Astrid has removed the pate and has put it onto the floor and is now licking it while moving it around the floor. So I'm really excited to clean that up soon. And Edifix is laying there aggravated because he wants to eat it. He's about to swoop in. Yep, he's swooping in. Okay. Astrid has left. Edifix is going to eat the rest of it. And growl at her to not come over. Anyway, it is so hot. Last I checked, okay, so it's officially 92 degrees right now with a real feel, oh, thank God it went down, a real feel of 95. I went to brunch this morning, and on my walk back, the real feel was 105. So I look very glisteningly glossy. That is sweat. It is not my skincare. It's sweat. Oh my gosh, he's walking around with it. He's so silly. I'm gonna drink some of my water. Check this out. I work at Nationwide, and I participated in something called Hackathon, where you dedicate X amount of hours to building a proof of concept thing. Normally it's more IT related folks, but my team kind of sits adjacent to IT. So most of every single person on my team can code except for me. I can write very, very simple code, but I went to college for journalism and marketing. So not SQL computer science stuff, but anyway, one of the merch things that we got were a wall of water bottles, which I was really excited about. Clear, fresh water. Anyway, I did cut my hair. Anything else new? My car still doesn't work. But I am looking at a new, what is that called? I thought this was a radiator fan assembly. It's in a large box in my kitchen, but because it's so hot, I'm not gonna do that this weekend. I will probably do it next weekend, but I have to replace the fan, and then I think I have to replace a some sort of spark plug thing. I sound like I don't know what I'm doing. I watch a lot of videos and I call my dad and make sure that what I'm doing sounds right. And crafters are handy. So fingers crossed, everyone, please, fingers crossed that this like fixes what is going on with my car. She keeps overheating. I keep having coolant. I have coolant leaks. Yeah, so I replaced the thermostat housing unit, which I think did something, because for the first time ever, I got a coolant or an engine overheating alarm. And I have now overheated my engine 5 times, but I've been extremely lucky in that every single time it's happened, I have been within 100 feet of parking my car. And so it's never been an issue, like a major issue. So, but every single one of those times, other than the last time, I've never gotten an alert or anything. I've just always started to smell the coolant. So, which is a very distinct smell. If you've ever had overheating coolant or a coolant leak, it's a very weird, sickly, sweet burning smell. It's a weird smell. Anyway, so, you know, that's been a bit unpleasant not having a working car, but with where I live now, I don't really need a car, which is always the life that I wanted to live. Not even sarcastic, like that is what I've always wanted my life to be, like big city girl. Anyway, I have finished quite a lot of things, to be honest, since I last spoke to you, and I don't know if I've shown them to you or if I've talked about them or what. I just don't know. So I'm just going to show you random things that I want to show you. I have finished these 2 towels, and my plan, so originally my plan was to make 4 towels and then a bigger towel, but I guess, so when I weighed it, so I made this, and then I weighed my yarn, like the leftovers, until it was 50 grams to then make this, but I guess there was more than 50 grams. So I ended up having to break into the second skein. I have 3 skeins of this, and they are currently in this bag, which I did buy off of Amazon. I know. I've canceled my Amazon subscription. I try not to buy off of Amazon. I try to go local. Honestly, it's the year of less. I've been trying to buy like just not a lot of things. But I bought this like last year or something. I just thought it was so cute. So cute. The skeins of yarn are Lion brand yarns, 24/7 cotton. It is a worsted weight, 100% mercerized cotton. This is what the ball band looks like, and this is what the skein of yarn looks like. This is in Cafe au Lait. I bought this at, I believe I bought these at Joann's before they went out of business. RIP, also really sad. So I broke into the second skein, and so what my thought is that I'm going to make, I think 3 of the towels. So I already started, and then I will use an entire skein and then whatever's left over on this one to make a big towel, I think is my plan. I just can't decide. Do I want only little towels or do I want a big towel? And this is going to be for my face. So this is for washing my face, which I don't want to do right now because I have moisturizer, sunscreen sprayed on, and a hyaluronic acid foundation. What is that? Tinted moisturizer. There's a lot going on in my face in the hopes that I don't burn it when I was outside, because it is, I think it's like UV of like 9 or 10. Like, it's crazy out there. Anyway, so I've made these. The pattern is, I'm gonna put it on the screen, but I used the stitch pattern from Yarn Flakes or Audrey Borrego, one of her headbands, the headbands that I think I talked about in a different episode where I was just making a bunch of these headbands. Still am making those headbands, but I liked the stitch that I was doing. And I've been wanting to make some face towels, washcloths. I had made one using this yarn actually for the outline tank by Jessie Mae Designs. I like it, but I'm definitely gonna make a smaller one because it's getting too big. Every time I wear this, I need to put this in the dryer or something, but it's cotton. It's not really gonna shrink much, or maybe it will. I don't know, it just hasn't seemed to be, but anyway. So I really like the face wash towel that I used, or that I made with the leftover yarn for this. I feel like, is that better? Do I look better? Do I look worse? So I thought I would just make a bunch with the yarn that I had just recently purchased to kind of go with my goal of not like using up the yarn that I newly buy. So I've got 2 down and I have my 3rd one going. It is very easy to memorize. It's just 4-row repeat with a 3-stitch repeat within 2 of the rows. And then I added seed stitch border. And I'm knitting them on a 4mm US 6. And I think it's really pretty. I've also finished my Noel socks, which we're using the West Yorkshire Spinners Christmas holiday yarn from 2024. I don't know if they have like any other names or anything for their yarn, but either way, it was from 2024. And here they are. So they aren't exactly matching, not quite, but they're busy enough that it doesn't matter. And they are pretty busy, but they have, can you see that? Can you see that here? You can actually see it more in person than you can on camera. But there are stitching to make it look like the ribbing breaks. It's like a purl diagonal line. And that's in the pattern. Like these socks were designed with this yarn. I don't think I would do that again. I don't think it's worth it because you can't see it like at all. So I made these used 60 grams of the sock yarn, and so I'm giving my mom the 40 grams in the pattern so she can make her own. I made the suggestion though for her, she's going to need to make the cuff a bit shorter and then do contrasting heels and toes. I don't think it would make sense to do this in a contrast color because you immediately go into those diagonals unless you did this diagonal chunk in a solid, which actually might look better. I'm not sure because it's striped already. So there are my Christmas socks, and I'll be able to wear them next Christmas, which is in only honestly a couple months because it's June. Couple months, it's like half a year away. Who am I kidding? Something that is a long time coming is my Mooncloud shawl. The last time you saw this, I had knit all of this and I was here where the stitch marker is. I have knit all of this. She's so soft. She is so pretty. If Pride wasn't in the middle of a heat wave, right? I could wear this for some sort of Pride event. It's so pretty. This is the Mooncloud shawl. The yarn is Artemis Yarns. The 2023, I think 2023. Okay, it's either 2022 or 2023 Advent calendar. And then the designer is also Artemis Yarns. I don't know their name, but they are the designer of this shawl. I have made modifications to this. So originally, well, hi Astrid, do you want to come up? Originally, the shawl was not mirrored. So what I mean by that is, do you see how both of the ends are the garter? So in the original pattern, you actually end this one in the lace motif, and you also don't add this last color in. So you actually end with the purplish color, which definitely goes better with the shawl. Like, I don't necessarily think the blue matches so much because the rest is very like pastel sherbet colors, but the blue was in the Advent. So I essentially extended it. I adjusted the end and I extended it by adding 2 more panels, 3 more panels. I'd have to look, but yeah, so, and I also adjusted, so there were different lengths for the eyelets and the garter. I ended up making it all the same. And I had enough yarn to do all of it. I could have extended both the eyelet and the garter, but I just wanted to be sure that I didn't run out of like the pink color basically, because I think the pink is the one that you use the most. Yeah, so the pink is the one you use the most. And I only had this much left. So I don't know if I could have because I would have needed to extend, if I was going to extend the garter and the eyelet, I would have had to extend it for every single section for this. So I think I might have had enough, but it would have been cutting it very short. So this is how much I have left of that one. I have the most left of the green and of the blue, but I gave the blue away to my friend who, he has a weaving loom, the thing that's warp and weft, that thing. He has one of those, and I just feel like singles would be so nice to weave with, and blue's just not my favorite color. Yeah, it's not my favorite color. So I knew that I would probably just never be drawn to using the leftovers of this color or the skein. So I gave it to him since I know he would. There's the shawl. I'm so pleased. I have not blocked it. To be honest, I don't plan to. It is big enough. It's big enough. It's soft enough that I don't feel like it would really benefit from a block. Like, I think it's fine. Let's see if I can go through the colors if I still have all of the tags. I don't know. I might not have all the tags anymore. Nope, I literally only have 2. So we have Soft Citrus and Sunkissed. I think Soft Citrus is the green and Sunkissed is the orange, which is so fun because blended together it looks yellow, right? And then the pink color, I'm so pleased with it. If you are making this and you would also like to have, how many colors is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you would like to do a 5-color shawl instead of the 3 and 4, just message me, let me know. show me proof that you have the pattern, and I will share with you the numbers that I did for mine. And it was the Iris Advent. My last finished object is not quite finished, but she's finished. I just need to attach buttons and I need to find buttons. But this is my Solaris top. Isn't she beautiful? So you would wear it like this. And then there is the button placket. So I'd have buttons attached. Right? And it would be like that. So cute. Like, it's very open back. So I'd have to wear it to see how I feel about that. And if I would attach, like, oh my gosh, knit on knit. If I would attach something across the back here to keep it to stay on. But there it is. I wish I had made the straps just a little bit longer. So that might be something that I change in the future. But she is very cute. And I eked this out on one skein. I have a little bit left over. I switched colors because I didn't think I would have enough to do both of the button bands, and I just thought having the pop of color would make it look very intentional. So I have enough of this color, and I'm honestly, fingers crossed, I have enough of the main color, because there is an I-cord that you use, and then you can like kind of tie it, and then you can tie it so that it's up by your waist instead of down here, and then you can tie it closed. So we'll see. Yeah. I don't think I would make this again. And there is a high chance that I'm going to cut into this and make the straps longer. We'll have to see. But anyway, the yarn that I used was Nice and Knit in the Crab Cakes colorway. Okay, moving into my works in progress. The thing that I'm now working on, so I was being very monogamous. So I pretty much worked nonstop on the tank until that was finished. And then I worked nonstop on the shawl until it was finished. And then I worked nonstop on the socks until those were finished. And now I've been working basically nonstop, other than for the face washcloths. I have been working on my clay sweater. Here she is. This is by Ozetta. And I am on the sleeve. I've finished the body. I've actually woven in the ends, other than on this sleeve here. I've woven in all of my ends so far. While I was watching the news last night, to be honest. So I have been alternating skeins. You can see it here. Now I was alternating throughout the body, but I have now officially stopped alternating because I am done with my decreases. I tried this on. I hope the sleeves stretch a bit this way, because they were like straight on my arm and I was hoping for baggy. So that has me just a little bit nervous, but no decreases for me. Just got to get the sleeve done, and then I can do this sleeve. And my goal is to have this finished in the month of June. We are halfway through June and I just have like 1.5 sleeves to go. I think I'll be able to handle that. The yarn that I'm using is Tumalo fiber from Bend, Oregon. It's the Ghost Town DK. It's 100% non-sucrose Shiniko wool, and it is in the dark roast colorway. I purchased this at Sacred Sheep in Portland last year. Oh, Edifix jumped on the table. And all I have left are these two skeins that I've been using to alternate on the sleeve and this tiny bit of my swatch. And I'm gonna use this to pick up the stitches on my sleeve so that I don't have like a little bit here and a little bit from this one and a little bit from this one. I am loving this, and I think if I enjoy wearing it, I would absolutely make this again in a even more rustic natural yarn. I haven't been telling you this, oh my gosh, I haven't been telling you the sizes, but honestly, I don't know. Do I find it helpful when people tell me sizes? I guess only if you modified. I went with my size for this. So I have the pattern up. I am knitting the 3rd size, which is the small, which is a bust circumference of 34, and you would get 10 to 11 inches of positive ease. She lives in my Fringe Supply Co bag that I got in Paris at the Le Bien-Aimé store. Does she have a store again? I know she shut the store down, or the storefront down, but I don't know. I was feeling like she reopened the storefront. It's a tight squeeze getting it in this bag, but she fits. Not for much longer though, because she will be finished by the time I think I podcast next. That's my goal. Okay, everything else hasn't seen a lot of attention, but I'll still share some. It's okay, buddy. But I'll still share some. So in my Vita Lifestyle bag, I still really like this bag, is the opposite, either 2023, 2024, Teal Torch Knits advent calendar. And this is the Brioche-alicious shawl. And I am looking forward to picking this up. So this is what it looks like right now. I stopped working on this pretty much when I adopted the cats, which was in August, because it was right when I came back from flock. And what I ended up having to do is put all of the mini skeins in a bag. I took a picture, so my goal is that I can separate the mini skeins and still do this in order. But I am excited for this. This feels really squishy. It's, I mean, very similar. Instead of pastels, it's like neon brights. But I feel like it gives off the same vibe as the Mooncloud shawl. But it's pretty. I have also modified this to use up more of the advent calendar skeins. And my stitch marker here says, "Hell is real." And this is, if you've ever been to Ohio, this is a very infamous billboard that is in between Cincinnati and Columbus. And I mean, even I knew about this billboard when I was a kid, because you would see it when you would go to Kings Island. There's a lot of things in Ohio, like Touchdown Jesus or $5 footlong Jesus, the Hell is Real sign, the basket. Those are weird things, and they're in Ohio. Basket's actually down the street from where I grew up. Longer Burger Basket. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, just look up Longer Burger Basket Building, or just type Basket Building Ohio, and you'll probably get a picture of it. It's a real building. I don't know what's in it anymore. It used to be like the headquarters. My best friend used to work there, right before they kind of went downhill and closed. Yeah, it's a real building. So there's my Brioche-alicious. I'm excited to get back to this, but frankly, I feel like it might be of everything that's on the needles right now, it might be the last thing that I get back to. I have a goal of basically clearing my needles, and I'm doing it. I'm actually getting there. I have a shawl. Ooh, I am not gonna remember the name of this. This is gonna have to go on the bottom of the screen. I'm using a Karen Cake, Blossom Cakes in the Cabana color. And the shawl looks like this. And I think I mentioned it. I had a tale of woe. I got so far, and then I realized I'd been messing up my increases on the sides. And so I had to rip back a whole bunch of it, and I've basically gotten no further. I think the color is beautiful. I don't like how it's basically like a manta ray. Like in knitting, this would be flat, but it's not flat. I mean, even right here, you can see I've messed up. I love the colors. I've enjoyed crocheting it. I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy wearing it, because right now, like, this is warm. Although I guess that's good, right? You want a warm shawl? It's so stiff. That's the thing about crochet. It's like so stiff. No, it's just normally not the style that I'm going for. It's always so, it looks so stiff and not uniform. Like, it always looks to me very beginner. Like, I look at someone's crochet and maybe this is me being super judgy, but I look at it and I'm like, yeah, you're a beginner. Like, it just looks messy. This, I don't think looks messy, right? The actual stitches, but the edging looks terrible. Especially this stupid thing right here. Like, what happened here? So it's like I cut into my crochet. So, I would like to finish this because I have to look up what I'm doing every single time I get this out. But I get a lot done when I do get in the groove, because you can just crochet just as faster. This is inside of my Joji Locatelli Pampas bag. I bought this on her second sale. I really wanted the like gold, rose gold leather, and I couldn't get any of the originals, but then she had a second, and I mean, the blemishes are minor. I think the blemishes are like on the bottom here, right there. Minor. That's minor to me. I wish these were a bit bigger. I feel like these are pretty much just like sock and hat project bags, but very, very cute. Glad I have it. This is after I finish my sweater, this is what I move on to next. This is my Streamline tank. Look at those stitch markers. What do you think? I made them. I was experimenting. I was like, what if I made like just a loop, like one of these loops, and then I just add a bunch of these strings. I don't know. It's cute. It's weird. I do like this guy. I thought this turned out really nice. And then, oh, I didn't make that. This is from many, many, many years ago. Molly of a Homespun House. She did a yarn club that was Tim Burton, and so this one is Nightmare Before Christmas. So this is my Streamline tank. This is, you basically knit the front and basically, eliminate the word basically, you knit a front and back panel. I don't think they're identical. I don't know if the back has this, but this is kind of like this, I guess. So this is what it looks like. I am using yarn that my friend got me. Oh, something fell. Was it a stitch marker? Something? Oh, yes. Oh, it was the star that I took off of the shawl. So I am using yarn that my friend bought me for my birthday or for Christmas, one of those. And it is Tailored Fibers by Amber Taylor out of Bowie, Maryland, in the colorway Eat a Peach. It's 100% combed cotton DK, 290 yards. She got me 2 skeins. And so essentially I am making the front out of 1 skein. And then if I can't make it, then I know that I can't make the back. So I'm definitely gonna have enough. At first when I started this, I was like, I don't know. And then I got, a bit of the way and I was like, I don't know. But now that I've been decreasing, I'm absolutely gonna have enough. So, which is fantastic. And I can't wait to finish this and show it to her. And like, I made it, like, look at the tank top I made out of the yarn that you made me. So cute. I think the color is so pretty. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for this. So this will be next up, and I don't think this will take me very long to finish as well. Like, this will definitely be finished in July. Like, I will be wearing this in July. Although I thought I'd be wearing my other tank, but I haven't found buttons that I like yet. No car. I can't just like go somewhere. Also, Joann's is closed. Can't go there anymore. Pretty much limited to Michael's. And Michael's just doesn't have the sewing selection, which is where buttons would be. I could go to, there is a sewing store, but it was closer to my old apartment. If I take the bus, it would take me about an hour and a half to get there. If I drive, it takes me 15 minutes. Okay, the last knitted item that I've been working on is a sweater. This is the Sunset Highway. Sunset Highway by Boylan Knitwork. This had its day in the sun many, many years ago. And I bought yarn for it many, many years ago. And I did a poll on my Instagram. What should I cast on? And the Sunset Highway won. And I'm knitting this and it just feels so of its time. Like, in all the good ways. It's gray and mint, right? Does this not scream like 2010s? So I have been, every time I work on this, I take pictures and videos and put it on my Instagram. So I have a little story going of basically knitting this Sunset Highway. If you wanted to knit along with me, you can. Of the yarns that I am using, it is an assortment and I have opinions on them. So we've got Monostil Uruguay Allegria in the light gray. I have not started this yet, but I can tell you this will be my favorite yarn. It's soft, it feels lovely. At the time, I purchased this for $25. So total of $50 right there. Then I have 2 skeins, or I have Loyola, which is B-A-A-H, Loyola. I have leather and lace, and then pecan, which is a bit confusing. So this is pecan, this is leather and lace. I don't like this yarn. I don't like this yarn. It is, you see some YouTubers make the noise when they talk about superwash. This is it, guys. This is it. This is that very plasticky yarn feel. And I paid $32 for those 2 skeins. $64.50. And then my last skein, I actually just found the ball band. It's over in the kitchen. I saw it a couple days ago. Unless the cats knocked it off. That's something that they do. Either way, I think this is mint, and it's not It's so in order of things like likability, this is on the bottom, this is middle, this is top. This has been a lot of fun knitting. To be honest though, I am excited to be finished with the color work. This is also a very like open fingering weight yarn sweater. And it doesn't have a lot of finishing touches to it. So we'll see how often I wear it. It's very much reminiscent of the Zweig. It does have short rows. So at least there's that. But I don't like the ribbing was pretty short for the neckline. It's fine. I'm having fun with it. It makes me feel nostalgic for knitting, even though like it's not like I ever stopped knitting. It's weird. Actually, let me rephrase that. It's making me feel nostalgic for being a software installer. When I started my YouTube channel, I started it in a hotel. And gosh, where was I? It was within driving distance. So it would have either been Michigan. I feel like it was Kentucky. Something's telling me it was Kentucky or Pennsylvania. No, it wouldn't have been Pennsylvania. I only did 2 installs there. Kentucky or Tennessee or something like that. I'm guessing Kentucky. And I don't know, there are parts of that job that I hated, but there are other parts that I loved. The traveling, I loved. Even the very last trip, getting on a plane, I loved it. It was just people being so angry at you and then you having to babysit, even though I babysit today. I just make a lot more money doing it. Anyway, this is the sunset pullover. I'm thrilled to be knitting it and getting a pattern done that I've had in my library for years and yarn that has been in my stash for years for this exact project and having it all completed. And before we move into acquisitions, because I did buy yarn, I know I have done so good this year with buying yarn in the sense of I haven't bought yarn. So it's June, it's the middle of June, and this is the only yarn that I've purchased, other than I did a little bit of damage at Joann's, but I'm not really going to count that because they're going out of business. So I have been craving other fiber art. So I have been working on this needle point. I don't know when the last time I showed it, but I don't think I had nearly as much of the hair done. I didn't have the eye done. I don't think I had, I don't know what, but basically I still have to do all the little dots on her mask, the rest of her hair and her hair clip. And then I guess I colored this in white. So, and that's it. That's all I've got left. I'll be honest, I don't like needlepoint. I like cross stitch. I don't like needlepoint. So once I finish this, I have one more needlepoint project, but it's like a little bear. It's different. But after that, I don't think I will do needlepoint again. One of my best friends got this for me for my birthday. It's called Angler Girl. She's gonna be so cute hung up. She's absolutely a labor of love. And then I decided to pick up this, which you can't really tell at all what this is, but this is Jack Frost's Tree Farm by Little House Needleworks. That's part 1, Jack Frost. So it'll look like this. So I have done the full bottom border and then the side. So I need to do the top border and then go down. But I've started working on the house. And that's the needlework stuff. Now, moving into acquisitions. Pride Fest was last weekend and I bought a tote bag because it's not like I have a shortage of them. It is the Wandering Quills Bookshop, which is a bookshop in a truck. And on the side it says, "Only cowards ban books." I hate book banning. I hate it so much. It is something that gets me very riled up. And whenever I go to my local, I was looking for these. My credit card and my ID was in here. Whenever I go to vote, before I go in to vote, I look up everybody that is running for school board and check to see who is sponsored by Moms for Liberty, and I immediately vote the opposite. If you are unaware, Moms for Liberty, one of their big things is book banning. So I like it, and I thought, I did just get done saying I'm not going to embroider, but I was thinking I could embroider either the book or the flames, and I think that'd be fun. Okay, last thing is the haul. Everything has a plan and everything will be cast on this year. So first up, I have, and I'm missing one skein because it was on back order. So my mom actually just picked it up. My mom works at Wool & Company, so everything was purchased with a discount. I have Lion Brands Fisherman Wool in the Nature's Brown and, are you oatmeal? Yeah, oatmeal. And so I'm getting the other brown color because I am going to be duplicating one of the step-by-step sweaters. I think so many people have been copying this one person's step-by-step sweater. So that is what I'm doing, and I am casting this on very soon because my friend who I gave the yarn to, he is working on his first sweater, and I had suggested the step-by-step, and I said I would knit along with him so that when he gets to certain pieces I can assist him. So he is at the short row portion right now, and so I need to catch up, but he's been working on a quilted jacket, so I have some time. He's got his quilted jacket that he's working on, and I keep trying to get him to go back to his socks so that I can have more time to catch up. But anyway, this is it, and I won't need that third color until further along, so I'm not super concerned there. Then I picked up the West Yorkshire Spinners Color Lab 100% British Wool Aran in the Racing Green. This is more like marine green, like blue green than I thought it would be. I am making a sweater for the friend who is learning to knit. I'm making a sweater for him for Christmas as his gift. He picked out the yarn, he picked out the pattern. It is the malt sweater, single malt sweater by gosh, what is his name? It's Lake Garçon. They have Lake Garçon yarns. Oh my gosh, I think you know who I'm talking about. But I bought enough yarn to make that sweater, so that'll be a Christmas gift. Then I was saddened, just like everybody else in the knitting community, crochet community, fiber community, that Brooklyn Tweed was shutting down their wool production. So I purchased a sweater quantities worth of Goldfinch in the undertones, tones light. It is American Columbia wool, 225 yards, fingering weight, 2-ply, 24 microns. I purchased enough to knit the honeycomb. It's a very old sweater by Andre Maury, and it has like a honeycomb on the top portion, and it's asymmetrical, and then it's garter. I've had that on my list for years to make, and I'm casting it on. I have the yarn. I feel like I have the perfect color for it, and I'm excited. And then lastly, I got a sweater quantity of Sunness Gone Cos, and this is going to be one of the sweaters that is in the Macadama book, which is like knits for women, I think. And it is, I think it's green in the pattern book, but I just loved this pop. This is color 4008. It is bright. It is just as bright as it is on camera, like compared to the, right? It's like an orange red. Like comparing it with other colors. I feel like it makes it more orange. And then is there anything orange? If I hold it against yellow, I don't know, still orange. Green. Now it looks red to me. Anyway, excited to get to that. And then my mom surprised me. This is like one of the last knitting tools that I don't have. And it's one of these guys. And I've wanted one, but they're like $35, $40. And I don't know, I just like didn't, it's a year of less. I'm trying not to spend, as I show you all this yarn. But I mean, all of this yarn I got for less than $300. So good deal for me. It's so cute, right? It's got a cat on it. So basically what you do, if you haven't seen one of these, is you unclip, you put your skein of yarn. Okay, let me show you. So you take it out of the little circle guy, and then you take your skein of yarn, you plop it on there, and then you hook it up, and then you can knit from it. Oh my goodness, am I breaking it? Oh, did I just break it? There we go. And then you put your yarn on there, it can spin, you hook it back on, you put it on your wrist, and then you knit. You knit as you go. So handy. I'm thrilled for this. And I think that's it. We are just under an hour, so that's great. Anything else? I kind of jabbed on at the beginning with my life updates. The cats have turned 1. They love the new place, just like I do. Business as usual, I guess. Oh, video games. I've been extremely into playing video games. Still on Disney Dreamlight Valley, but I have, I've started playing Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Wow, that's a good game. The art style, the music, very fun. And then I have been sinking a lot of time into Anno's 1800, I think. It's like a civilization game with a storyline, which is exactly my vibe. Like, that's why I like Disney Dreamlight Valley. Like, there's a storyline. There are goals that you have to make. Instead of just building things or beautifying things, there's a goal to it. I will say the learning curve for Anno's 1800 was a bit more than I was anticipating. I was heavily struggling with earning money and the concept of earning money. It's a huge balancing act on maintaining your population, the types of jobs you have, the cost of running those industries with the amount that you make from it, while also expanding. And yeah, I've been really liking this. I think I've mentioned it. I have Xbox Game Pass, so I just pay, it went up. I think I'm paying $20 a month now. But yeah, so $20 a month, you have hundreds of games that you can play. I have bought Disney Dreamlight Valley at this point because I play it so much. Peter Pan came out. I just love it. Yeah, I just spend most of the time inside of my apartment playing video games, knitting, reading. Books. Ooh, I do want to mention my bookstore. So I live across the street from a bookstore. I know, my life is just amazing. So I live across the street from one of my local bookstores. It's called Prologue, and they have a summer reading bingo board, and I was looking to see where the board was, and I think it's in my office and not on the bookshelf. But yeah, so my goal is to like get all of the board finished, other than one of them is to listen to a book on Libro FM. And I just don't buy audiobooks, and so I'm not gonna get that one, which is a bummer. Anyway, so I'm super excited for that. And then I discovered there is something called the hardest reading challenge you will do. I think I will link it. And July is when version 2 starts, and it's a full year reading challenge, and it does look hard. It's got some crazy prompts. So like a bingo board, a 5x5 bingo board, each of those blocks is more than one book, and the goal is not to just get a bingo, it's to complete the entire board. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I love arbitrary challenges like that. Very excited. I feel like I should make one for knitting and make a knitting bingo board. I think I am gonna do that. I think that would be fun, and it would gamify. I gamify anything, and you have got me. All right, I think that's all I've got for you. If you enjoyed the podcast, please let me know down below. Are there any exciting books that you're reading? Are you knitting away? Or have you lost your mojo and you're just kind of waiting for it to return? Are you also sitting in a sauna of a heat dome? And how are you surviving? Let me know. Oh, I'm going to Flock again this year, and I'm bringing my best friend and my mom. So if anyone is going to be at Flock in August and wants to say hello, let me know, because I will be there. Both days. All right, that's it. Bye, guys.